Welcome to ChessWhiz TV episode 451. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today we're going to play a new chess variant like we do every week. But this one is, just like all the others. So in this variant, if you check the opponent's king and your piece can't be captured right then, the checking piece, I mean, you win, okay? So you just have to get a hitman in there, get that check in, and you win. So that means you have to be pretty careful about your king. Don't let anybody check it. But it's not like a check that makes you lose. It's an undefended squared check, if that makes any sense. I've got two challengers here, Eric002 and Senki Alfranz. I'm going to go with Eric because his name is cut off, just to prove to you that that really is the guy challenging me. And then we're going to throw a challenge into the chat. So first, I'm going to type the rules into the chat here. There's two chats. Okay, first this chat over here. Let's type hi, Eric. That says hi, Eric. Okay, so then we're going to say the rules are like this. If you check the opponent with a piece that can't be captured right, then you win. Or you can check mate to win. Although we probably don't need that checkmate to win part, because think about it. If you're about to checkmate, you're probably checking him with a piece that can't be captured. Probably, like about 100% chance of that. So we're probably okay. So here d5 would be a terrible move because he would instantly win. So let's actually play c6 and kind of control the entire center. He's being way too defensive. Let's just ask him if he's okay with the rules. Always a good idea. And I think this is not safe for me. No, I'm already blundering. This is like move 3, already blundering. Usually I save that for like move 5 or 6, but this is like, I'm an overachiever right now. Because if I take this knight, he can check me on a square where he's not being captured. So I would lose instantly. However, don't worry, I have another option. I could suicide my never mind. Okay, so what else can we do here? Awful chess position. Let's play b5. What do you think? Is that a brilliant move? Brilliant move. This move is putting out a lot of lumens right now. That's because it's brilliant. Oh, this vase water is more delicious than usual. It's very good. Hello to all you my good friends. All you my good friends. Grammar are not my importance. In the chat, glad you guys joined us. You know, this show's been going for so long, almost 5 years now, according to my watch, that, okay, so what can I take right now? A bishop. I should do that. Okay, sounds good. That there is people who are more consistent in viewing this show than I am at putting it out. It's like usually every week, right at 4 p.m. GMT, I'm on here putting out my stream because I've got a schedule, but not every time. Sometimes like I forget or I'm super sick. And on those days, you know what happens? The regulars who love me, and of course it's plural, they're still here and they're like, I'm still watching. It's like ChessWhiz TV is not here, but that does not stop me. I am still here. Sometimes I go in the chat. The show should be running right now, but of course I've got a problem with my internet connection. Like my tree is not accepting Wi-Fi, and so I can't get the stream going. But there's people in the chat that are like, hey, ChessWhiz, we were just like watching nothing right now. They are more dedicated than I am, and I always appreciate them for that reason. So I think I've just got a piece for a pawn, I think. How many pawns do I have? A lot. Wow. Okay. I can't count that high. So Eric kind of just let me win here. Let's play the last few moves until I win. That would be great. So I just want to give a shout out to a couple of people who are very consistent. Crepuscular, he's a great guy. Eric002, the guy who's here right now, great guy. And by great, I mean he shows up on ChessWhiz TV a lot. Pretty much equivalent. I mean, if you want to know who's a high quality person with a lot of integrity, you basically just need to see who's logged in to ChessWhiz TV, 4 p.m. GMT, every Sunday before I am. That's like the measurement of greatness right there. What is he trying to do? Like win or something? What if I go here just to like really defend this pawn? What is it? Okay, and then let's try that. I'll just move. Dude, what's the big deal? I'll just move, and then I'm gonna like queen b3, queen c3. You lose. This is the new plan. I have an extra piece. Now it's true that it's an extra knight sitting on a7. Not the best piece in the world, but hey, it is an extra piece. So don't judge me, bro. So who did I say? Crepuscular, Eric 002. Another big one is Mango Town Plaza, but that doesn't really count because there's like 4 Mango Towns Plaza. So if any one of the 4 is like, hey guys, it's Sunday, then he can go watch and pretend like he's all 4 of them. So it's kind of cheating, if you know what I mean, because they're actually a band of mangoes. It's like there's these 4 guys who they make music with their mango bodies, and so that's why they call themselves that. I think that came first. They just discovered, like, did you know we were mangoes? And they're like, okay, how about we call ourselves the mangoes? As opposed to the other way around. Like, oh, did you notice that our name was very mango-y? Why don't we become mangoes? It's not that way. It's the other way, if that makes sense. So what have I done so far? I've prepared a check in a few moves here. I'm gonna check my opponent. Get my extra knight out here just for fun. I think I'm totally rocking this game. I think I'm totally winning. Now I could take this. Yes, yes, beautiful, beautiful. If he had pushed that pawn, had 2 pawns side by side on the 5th rank, would have been a little problematic for me. But now he doesn't have that, so it's very less problematic. There's a guy in the chat with a snowflake next to his name. Probably he's living somewhere cold right now. It's very cold right now in some parts of the world. It says, sup. I think that means have dinner with me. That's what that means usually. So you play variants, he says. Do you play Racing Kings? Yes, I play Racing Kings. About 1 every 3 years, if you look through the episode history, I definitely play Racing Kings. So now he's just trying not to get checked because of the variant rules, but let's be honest, he's also losing all his stuff. So this is going to be a win for me. So let's make sure I have the rules typed up, copied into my clipboard here. I don't know why he's playing on. I mean, this would be bad in regular chess, but the fact that any check makes him lose makes it significantly worse. I don't even know how I could blunder. Oh, I can't blunder. He wants to play rematch. Oh, this is so, what a quandary. An ethical dilemma. I had an ethical dilemma last night in my dream. Have you ever had that? Probably not. At least you don't remember it. But in this situation, I've already said my next game I'm going to throw in the chat. So there's these good friends in the chat right now who are like, I'm going to join that next game. This is great. I'm so glad he's committed to his word. And then Eric challenges me again. Immediately, I'm like, oh no, I should accept that because generally speaking, I play 2 games with an opponent who wants to play 2 games. Once it's white, once it's black. It's more fair that way, right? And so I can't turn that down, but I can't also do both. So now I can't keep my word and do the nice thing. So obviously I just break my word. Not a very difficult ethical dilemma, let's be honest, but every now and then that happens. People with a conscience. It happens to people with a conscience, you know. Most of you guys, you're like, I've never had the problem of feeling like there's 2 different things I should do because I never feel like there's anything I should do except eat nachos and watch TV. But some of you aren't like that. Some of you struggle with these kinds of dilemmas. Should I play c3? The pawn chain is running this direction. So actually, the proverb says, go west, young man. Is that the right proverb? The proverb says to attack a pawn chain at its base, which would be right here. So get ready. Here I come. No, I'm going to use a different proverb, which is to attack a pawn chain in its middle. It's a good thing there's a lot of proverbs. So you can just find the appropriate one for your situation. There's a board game called Go, which is not like the card game called Go. In the board game, there's 2 players, white and black. And traditionally, the white player is the stronger player. You give the better player the white pieces because, or stones, whatever they're called, because he has to go second. So it's like a handicap thing, you know. Going first is better, so you give black. Black goes first in this weird upside down game. Okay, I'm going to push so I can attack the pawn chain way over here. It's going to be great. You're just going to have to wait a few moves, and then you're going to see the brilliance of my moves. Oh no. Okay, b3. This is going to be good. Just have to be patient. I'm going to manufacture a beautiful ending of this game. We're in the convoluted middle game, but in the ending. So anyway, get into the proverbs. There's a Go proverb that says, so controlling the board is the important part of Go, just so you know. And the proverb says, if black has all 4 corners, no, if white has all 4 corners, controlling all 4 corners, it means like he's really dominating the board. If white has all 4 corners, then he should resign. No. If white has all 4 corners, then black. I am so bad at this. I can't even communicate words right now. But I'm worried about him coming in here. and I'm running out of time, and I'm trying to think of a proverb that I haven't thought of in a decade. So, gonna cut me some slack here. If white has all four corners, black should resign. Because black is the weaker player, clearly white is dominating this situation. But then there's another proverb that says, if black has all four corners, he should resign. Okay, that went over your head. Oh, well. The idea is you're the worst player. There's some reason that he gave you all four corners, so you should probably just give up now. So I could maybe summarize both of those and say, if you, can royally fork your opponent in the face, you should. Now that is a good proverb. I just forked him right there. GG, I enjoyed that so much. Now I'm going to follow my previous commitments and not take a rematch. But I loved playing with you, Eric, and if you stick around a long time, maybe you'll be online next week and we'll play again. Or we'll play again this episode, but it's not very likely because I have so many people just begging to play me right now. I can't really spare enough units of time. What are those called? Jiffies, that's right. How many jiffies are in a second? Does anyone know? It's Eric! Man, this is why I've lost the rules too. Look, all I can paste is this. I'll just send him a variety of faces, including unhappy and happy faces. Where's the happy one? I'll put a space in there. There we go. Okay, I have no nose, but I'm happy. It's a strange thing. I didn't expect to say that today. How many jiffies are in a second? Let's find out. How many jiffies in a second? There are 100 jiffies in a second. So I couldn't spare enough jiffies to play with you, Eric, but it turns out perhaps I could. Because I'm playing you right now. That's very interesting. So the reason I do this show, some people are like, do you do it for the fame or for the money? Those people, by the way, are just imaginary friends in my head. No one actually asks me why I do ChessWhiz TV because I don't communicate with human beings in the real world. But imagine someone asked me that, which is exactly what I do. Then I say to them, you know why I do it? Because it makes me laugh. Like when I put a challenge out to everyone and the same guy accepts the challenge and you realize that's because he's the only guy watching the show. And you're like, well, I'm laughing now, right? Yeah. I guess it's true. Okay, so I haven't been checked by a piece that can't be captured yet, but let's put the rules in. You win if you check your opponent with a piece that can't be captured. I'm hoping that I typed at least 120 words per minute there. Just trying to show off with my skills. What do I do? Is it D4? I think it's going to be D4. So let's get ready for that. Moving your queen off the back rank. You see we both did that. For you beginner chess players, it's a great strat. Move your queen off the back rank. Not because it's like your queen's going somewhere, but because then your rooks can go somewhere. He should also castle. Over there? I can't wait to checkmate this guy. Okay, so I think we need to like A4, A5, A6 and something like this. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Maybe A3, B4, B5, B6. I don't know. We need to use these pawns and destroy him. How can we do that? We could come down in here. And then we could come down in here, which is we check. So much fun. Would that be useful? Since he'd play A6, right? So knight B5, A6, knight A7 check, take, and then I don't think that's useful. So let's start blundering a pawn. Start with blundering a pawn. The idea is if he takes the pawn, then I can move my rook back where it came from, like a genius. Like the genius I am. I have a very high opinion of myself, in case you haven't noticed. Some people who are watching this stream have never seen an episode of ChessWhiz TV. I know it sounds impossible because what is this episode 451? Like, how did you just get born yesterday? But there are people like that. So like, I wonder what this guy's like. What's he like? He's playing some chess. I see he's making some big mistakes, so we know that about him. But what kinds of food does he like to eat? Ice cream. By the way, in case you're wondering, what kind of food I like to eat? Ice cream is the food I like to eat. That's probably why I weigh so much. So can I win this now? I can check him. And he takes and I take. Let's prepare to checkmate him here. Okay, here we go. We're going to check him. He takes, I take. Something on my wrist here. Oh, no. I should probably not wear a watch. At least a smartwatch that tells me to do things. Oh, another notification. Someone's following me. Oh, this is creepy. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. It dings on my wrist when you follow me. I'm hoping I can get back to 0 followers, actually. My life would be a lot simpler. So first we'll go with the check that can be captured. So that's nothing to do with the variant. But now I'm threatening a check that can't be captured, and it's a checkmate. So I think this is great. This is really great. Now, if he were to make some extra space here with that move, he still loses because this is a checking piece that can't be captured. Let's give him some time to sweat about this position because here he goes, a check that can't be captured. I win. That was a check that can't be captured. Yes! Yes, ChessWhiz! You're the winner! Okay, we're going to put another challenge in the chat, and the rules are as follows. Eric002 cannot click this link. I actually have 4 challengers active right now in Lead Chess. You can't see that, so let me click here. Now you can see some of them. Look at all these guys. There are tons of people who want to play me, but Eric is the fastest mouse. I have to play other people who are alive right now, I think. I'm going to take one of these guys. I'm going to take, what, 2-1? I'm not going to play that. 3-0? I'm not going to play that. We have to go with Stevis, number 5, because he actually challenged me to the proper time control. And my clipboard is gone. No! Windows needs to come with 2 clipboards, don't you think? You know, so you can copy something and then not lose it when you copy something else. That would be so great. Wait till the year 2070, and we're going to have that feature. We have to wait for Bill Gates to die. Not sure why I said that. If you check the opponent with a piece that can't be captured, you win. Hopefully, I impressed you with my typing speed right there. I used to use a text editor called Vim, which, if you know what that is, you immediately are impressed by me. If you aren't already, of course. There are so many reasons to be impressed. So many, but let's just say that's one more. If you haven't heard of it, it's a text editor like notepad.exe, but it has this great feature that Notepad doesn't have, which is you can undo 2 things. You could be like, oh no, I erased my entire document and typed the letter F. Now when I press Control Z and undo that, not only does it remove the letter F, but if I press it again, it doesn't put the F back and make me think F. Instead, it puts my document back. So that's a pretty good feature. If you've ever had that happen to you with Notepad, you know exactly what I mean. It has the tendency to destroy everything you're typing. But it actually has another feature, which is it has 100 clipboards. So instead of Control C and you're copying whatever you've selected, you type Control C1, and then that's your first clipboard, and then Control V1, and you're pasting from clipboard 1. So if you want to like put the rules in Control C1 and then put the link to the game in Control C2, you could do that. That was so great. The good old days when you could have a million clipboards. Of course, it was really hard to copy anything because you had to do this like piano piece on the keyboard just to copy something. It's like playing StarCraft 1. Using Vim was like that, which is like, okay, I can only select 12 Zerlings, so here we go. 1A2, click, 3A, click, 4A, click, 5A, click, 6A, click. Oh no, my science vessels are gone. Okay, that part's not very much like Vim, but the rest of it, very similar. You basically have to be an elite pianist to use the thing. Notice I didn't pronounce that pianist, which is its proper pronunciation. Oh, look, I can capture the bishop. Oh, no. If I do, he can check me with something that can't be captured. So I'll just move here like a genius. Okay. Haha. I'll have to type that in the chat there. Nice try. Nice try, Stevis. Okay, so he's ahead of piece, but I'm not bothered because I am very unaware of my surroundings. That's generally speaking the reason not to be bothered. I mean, there are people in the world who are kind of high-strung, who are like, oh no, I'm alive. This is very stressful. And then there are people who are just relaxed all the time. I mean, there could be a train coming down the tracks. They're going to get crushed by it. And they're like, well, you know, there's this song I like. It's a beautiful song. Oh, there's a train there. That's very interesting. You know, they're not real bothered by it. It's really a reflection of your personality and not a reflection, by the way, of reality. So if you ever find yourself telling somebody, loosen up, calm down, Steve, you're out of time. Run out of time already. I'm down a piece. I need you to do that. Just give up. Stop trying to tell them to run out of time. That's not what I meant to say. I'm trying to trap this guy's queen here. What if I can't push that, that's for sure. Let's make a stupid move. Because he'll run out of time. Oh, he's still going. Okay, we're going to try to catch that queen. Run out of time, please, Steve, whatever your name is. Run out. Yeah, I picked up a new queen. That was pretty good. I lost my knight. I guess I should have noticed that was still there. So I've got a queen against a knight and a rook. Still interesting, thanks to my blunder. So give up on trying to tell people to relax. That's the takeaway right now. Is they might think, oh, I should relax. And then they might relax. But then a few seconds later, they will be eating their own fingernails again because it's in their personality. So there's no getting around it. Hey, look, I can win instantly with this check. A check with a piece that can't be captured. Here we go. GG. Yes, I won. Thanks to him blundering his queen. That was a check that can't be captured. The trick to typing really quickly is not caring what comes out when you type. That's really the secret, in case you're wondering. That was about 100, way over 100 words per minute, if you could call them words. But, you know, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. One more game with this Stevis guy. If you are watching live and you want to play the Wiz at this very interesting variant, which has the rules here in the paste in my clipboard, of course, because I'm very careful with that. Then send me a challenge. My username here is ChessWhiz, W-H-I-Z. It's not ChessWhiz, in case you're wondering. And I'll probably ignore your challenge because I have a ton of challengers over here. But if I don't, you got a chance. You have a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. I'm out of interesting things to say. I guess we could transition over to the dumb things. I rarely do that. If you watch this show, you're like, wow, a whole hour of very interesting things. But sometimes I'm like, okay, the dumb things are coming out. Here we go. So I was really concerned that my dad was stealing from his employer. He was working as a construction worker, like building roads. He was a road construction worker, and I was really concerned about that. Hoping he wasn't stealing from his employer, of course. Hold on. Tick, 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 check. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. Wait, I'm talking to myself here. But when I went over to his house, all the signs were there. We're doing it again. That's funny. This time I didn't blunder a piece though, so I actually just traded knights. That's much better than losing a piece. So actually, I'm feeling better about this than last time. And if I could just cover this diagonal, I could then take that bishop. So what about this move? Oh yeah, he's trapped now. So that's fantastic. He can get out, but only by moving his bishop. Who moves bishops these days? People just don't do that, really. So I think I can pretty much capture that bishop. Here he goes. He's trying to get away. We're going to come after him. In case you missed that joke, all the signs were there has two meanings. First of all, the signs of his kleptomania. And secondly, the literal road signs were at his house. So if you didn't get that joke, now hopefully you get it. Otherwise, I really can't help you. D4. I'm kind of regretting this move. It's kind of dumb now. But hey, I'll just move it another square and then it will be pretty cool. This square over here, though, is a very interesting square because he cannot attack it with any pawns. Like this pawn cannot attack it. This pawn cannot attack it. Let me just point out some more pawns here. None of these pawns. And also this pawn cannot attack it. So because these can't, no pawns can. So if I were to say, put my knight there, that would be pretty rad. Yeah. Oh. He's blundering a pawn in order to prevent that. Okay. Okay. Oh no, another follower. Who is it this time? The Peacekeeper. Oh, great pun. It's Piece, like he keeps your pieces in a chess game. That is a genius username. Thank you for following, Peacekeeper. And if you haven't followed yet, don't follow because it's going to make my wrist ding and that increases my cortisol levels, which I don't appreciate. Okay. I'm ready to push F5 here. F5. The goal, of course, is to check him with this bishop in a way that does not allow the bishop to be captured. But that's not really going to happen. But like most people, my goals are completely unreasonable. Why do I feel like I have an extra piece? I'll let him trade. This is so weird. When did I get an extra piece? I haven't been watching this chess game. Still have an extra piece here. I don't know. I don't know when that happened. Oh no. He's trying to check me with something that can't be captured. This is a real chin stroker. You can tell when I'm concerned, by the way, because I touch my chin. It's a self-calming mechanism. If you ever want to know if someone's nervous, by the way, you just see if they're blundering any bishops. And if they are, they're probably nervous. As you can see, I'm nervous right now because I'm just blundered that bishop. The other thing you can check for is, are they touching their face or neck in some way? Women particularly touch like their neck, like here, or just, the upper chest area. And men, they'll touch the head or the back of the neck. Anything that blunders a rook, they'll go for that. And so that's what you can watch for. I was once watching a talk, and as soon as the guy got up on stage, he started touching the back of his head. I'm like, what? And then I remembered, oh yes, that means he is nervous. This is stupid. I'm switching from depression to anger. Is that the proper flow here? I didn't just move there. Nope, definitely not. Oh, no, I just want to cry. Okay, that's back to depression. I'm definitely not making progress in my recovery. Here we go. Resign. GG. Now, 5 challengers. I don't want to play you anymore, whoever you are. I'm going to play with Game Genesis, who's currently offline. So I'm just going to, are you there? Is anyone there? You get that line? It's from the computer game Portal. Wow, what a great game. If you've never played Portal, you should. I think it's back to being $10 on Steam. Let's find out. Portal Steam. Just search the internet for Portal Steam, and the first link is Portal on Steam, and that costs $10. Meh. That's not great. That's a lot of money. Oh, he is there. I should hit my microphone. It went on sale during the sale period, and I got it for $1.60, I think, $1.67, something like that. And I got it with Portal 2 for another like $2, and so the whole package, Portal 1 and Portal 2, was about $3.50 or so. So I thought that's a pretty good deal. I've heard this is one of the best computer games in the world, so I guess I'll buy that. So I did that, like last year. It was the first time I'd ever played Portal, and man, that is a good game, especially if you haven't had anything spoiled to you, which the only spoiler I'd ever had was that the cake is a lie. That was the only spoiler. And I was okay with that spoiler because there's no way to avoid hearing that the cake is a lie. So I was basically like, okay, the cake's a lie. We know that. Now let's play Portal. And man, that's great. So if you haven't played Portal, wait until it goes on sale because it will again. Don't pay $10 for it. Instead, you should just play it. Wow, great game. Great game. And Portal 2 has this multiplayer thing where you can multiplay with another person, co-op, together. Pretty cool. I never played those. Never. Still haven't, okay? So I was visiting a friend. I actually have those, just trust me. And he's like, Portal's a great game, isn't it? And then my other friend, because I have multiple friends, he's like, yeah, Portal. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, definitely. And pretty soon, I had uncovered the fact that one of my multiple friends had also not played the multiplayer part of Portal 2. And so I said to him, you know what? What we should do is play that together since we've never done it before. And he's like, yeah, you've just stated something true. I have kind of weird friends, right? So what we decided to do is do that coming up pretty soon. So I wonder, I want to hear what you think. Should we live stream that or should we just kind of do it ourselves? Let me know in the chat. Don't let me know in the comments because by the time this goes out on YouTube, it will already have happened. Maybe. YouTube actually has a delay because I like to punish people who don't get up super early to watch ChessWhiz TV. So it goes out on YouTube 1 week later. You can get it early, by the way, if you support on Patreon, patreon.com/ChessWhiz. Be a supporter, get instant access to the episodes. That is instant, that is, as soon as I can upload them, which it takes me hours to upload them because my internet speed is approximately the speed of molasses traveling uphill while in a frozen state. So it was somewhat slow. But once that happens, then you have access, early access to that. So support on Patreon. That's really what I was trying to say when I was saying that Portal is a good game. But if you do that, I want to hear if you think it should be streamed or not. Because of course my friend is going to recoil at that concept. He's going to be like, no, I will not allow my visage on the internet. He's kind of a private person, right? Never created a Facebook account. For example, what am I doing? Oh, I'll just move this pawn 1 square. I'm way more interested in getting people to give me money for free than making a smart move here. So we're going to go with that. And by the way, if you are a Patreon supporter, thank you. I haven't forgotten about you. Regularly, I think about you. Very regularly. Of course, I think about chocolate way more often, but you're up there, okay? It's like, Patreon supporter, chocolate. There is a comparison. It's not like no comparison. There is a comparison, so don't worry. Oh, according to the user who is 2 users, he says, play with me, Portal 2. Oh, now I don't know what to do. Well, if you want to watch Portal 2, there's a chance you'll get to watch ChessWhiz doing that. What you have to do is follow, which we've mentioned, don't follow. I've said don't follow several times. I'm taking it back. Now you should follow the Twitch channel. You should just like click the resize so it becomes a medium-sized window if you're watching on Twitch. And then you click the icon. I don't know what it looks like. And it says follow next to it, right? So click that because then you'll get an email when I start to stream. And the fact is you never know when I'm going to start to stream unless I tell you. Which I've told you multiple times that it's Sundays at 4 p.m. GMT, but whatever. The Portal part's not going to be at that time because that's ChessWhiz TV, and this is that we're talking about like Portal Wiz TV, totally different. Oh no, he can check me. Oh, okay, so hold on, guys. I have to think about the chessboard right now. So if you check the opponent and your checking piece can't be captured, you win. So that is somewhat problematic because if I were to recapture this pawn, he would do that. So this is my move. Brilliant move, ChessWhiz. Not dying is the best way to play. I do see you guys in the chat saying live, live, live. I don't know what you're talking about. You're certainly not saying live, which is a request to do a live stream of Portal 2. You're saying live, which I like that command. It's much better than saying die, 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 which I've also had messaged to me in the past. So this live bit is a big upgrade. I'm problematicized, which is definitely a word, by this position. Because if I move my king, I will lose my queen. If I move my queen, I will lose the game. So let's type good move. Good move. That's a pretty good move right there. If I were to move the queen along this diagonal, there are only bad places. Bad, 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 bad. Illegal. There's bad and illegal options. If I were to move my queen somewhere that guards this square, such as here, illegal. Yeah, we're pretty much down to bad and illegal. I'm going to resign that. Very, very good. GG. Okay, we have time for one more game. We have 3 challengers. And one of them is Racing Kings. Nice drive. Because we're going to go with Senki Alphonse. Fantastic. I wish I could have played you again, person who I just abandoned. But life is short. Especially when you're 5'7". Which I'm definitely not, by the way. That's why I'm always sitting down on the stream. So you can't tell that I'm not 5'7", but I really are amped. 5'7". So we're going to go with the same opening as last game, different outcomes. So what I kind of tend to do is do the same things, get a different outcome. That's the way I go through life. So I think this will work. There's someone in the chat saying, is this live? Is this live? I don't know. It might not be. This could be a recording, and in the recording I said, hey, D4N24. No, this is not live, it's a recording. That could have happened, right? So you don't know for sure. Reality is very subtle. We make so many assumptions because otherwise we would be completely paralyzed and unable to feed ourselves. That's one of the reasons, by the way, that we make so many assumptions. I'm preparing a battery here, and then I'm going to charge it up and drive away. That was definitely a failure of a battery. A queen and a pawn, a battery does not constitute. Write that one down. Pretty good quote. We're going to move over here so we don't die. Now, the new plan is to destroy f7. Because look at this. One attacker, a rook if it could jump attacking. And look, I can move my queen here, which could then attack it again if that were in another reality there. And then also I can move my knight here, which would blunder the knight, but it would also attack the pawn. So I can prepare some cheating attackers, some illegal attackers, and some stupid attackers. I'm going to combine that together and destroy f7. Let's make this happen. Oh no, he's attacking my attacker. We should make a rule, like no attacking attackers. That's annoying me. Yes, that's the new rule. I'm moving back here because if I were captured on this square, my pawns would be like, hey derp, I'm bad. Hey, I'm even worse. And that would be pretty disappointing to me. So I've got 2 knights going on here. That's a good number of knights, but he's got 2 bishops. So let's fix that. Let's take that. Actually, he has to capture away because of this pin. I'm having trouble drawing on the board. So now this is pretty good for me. How do I finish this off? This is a very good position for me right now. I want to put my knight right here, definitely. And I'm only 4 moves away. Knights have a very hard time, by the way, moving 2 squares diagonally. Knights can move like this or this way more easily than they can move like this. So we're going to try knight g1. Pretty good move, I think. And then here, here, here. I don't have anything better to do than spend 4 moves on my knight so that he can take it in 2 moves with his bishop. So here I come. Man, are you trying to do something mean? Like win? I'm going to come up here, defend with my king. So what else can I do with my knight? I could go like here and here. That would be pretty fun. Yeah, let's go that way. I mean, if I were to capture with a pawn, let's say he took it, then I would fix my pawn structure. Somewhat. That's fantastic. Okay. Nobody's followed since I said follow. So my conclusion on that is you don't want to know if and when Portal is streamed. That's okay. Let's go this way. Let's check my my emails on my wrist here. Oh, I love doing that. Like I play ping pong. So every now and then during the match, I'm just like, hold on. And then I'm like, check my email on my watch just to show off, you know, like, don't serve yet. Hold on. Oh, okay. So I need to reply to that. Very, very, I'm sure my opponents are impressed. Sometimes I try to do it during the rally. Like he hits the ball, I hit the ball, I send an email, he hits the ball, that kind of thing. It takes a lot of skill. As does blundering a pawn, which I clearly have now done. So I'm going to try to not let this position fall apart like in that other game where another follower, Unquad Hexium, is following on Twitch. The stress levels are increasing. I almost said improving, but I would say it's not quite accurate. Let's take that because it's a thing I can capture. Let's go here. It's a thing I can move. What I do is I check my pieces and pawns until I find something I can move. Then I check the squares until I find somewhere I can move it. Then I know what to do. Move the thing to the place, and I'm good to go. Let's take that. And let's take that. Okay. So here's the plan. We're going to sacrifice the queen, and then sacrifice the rook, and then cry. No. I'm close, but I'm no cigar. This calls for kissing the air. Back to the chin stroking. He adds me time. I wish I were smarter. I'm pretty smart. Most people think they're smarter than average, and I'm no different. Okay, queen sacrifice coming up, right? I'm going to win with this. Here we go. No, that's not going to work. Check. He just moves. Because he technically can capture it, and then I don't win. Prepare the cannons. But you know how it's the skinny people who do all the exercising? Why did he just throw away his rook? In the same way, it's the smart people who wish they were smarter. Think about that for a little bit. And then go for a run and stop eating sugar. Good move, pal. I'm going to protect my king. He couldn't take that, and he was very wise not to. Unfortunately, he's missing a rook, so he'll have some problems in the future. But as long as he runs out of time, he may not notice them. Ah, good game. Good game. All of those games today were good except for that horrible one. So thank you guys for joining us. You know, I really, really depend on you, not just for the support on Patreon, although obviously I appreciate that, but I depend on you guys to show up and play these weird variants with me. Because if you go out here on leechess.org, by the way, this is lichess.org, you can play some chess here. It's a great website for that. And if I were like, oh, I want to play this flame game, right? So I click that. Nobody is going to play check with a thing that's not guarding you win. No one will do that. So I really, really appreciate you guys watching the live stream, joining in on these games, sending me challenges that I decline, and generally just being insulted by me. I appreciate you guys, because without you, this show would be even lonelier than it is. So thank you guys for joining us, and I will see you next week. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.